My hat is off to them. Like windy curvy going up to Neville Mead. Holy cow.
Okay, we are live, so watch what you say. Let me get the mayor back on and we can go.
Thanks, Ron.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need Doug. Okay. How you doing, Frank? You haven't said anything.
I'm good. While I have a second, I'm just curious. How many people have gotten their vaccine? The second shots are covered that way. Doug said,
I get my second one tomorrow in Lexington. I found I could go to Lexington before I could get it here. So if the roads are okay, I get my second one tomorrow.
We had our second last Sunday.
You got yours, Don?
Excited.
Yes.
Well, you're ahead of me as usual.
My second shot is due the 26th, next Friday.
That's good.
And Doug said he was up here to get his second, didn't he?
Yeah.
At the council meeting. So,
Mhm.
and Sandra, where do you?
Oh, you're on mute, Sandra.
Yeah, I get my first one on the 25th. Thanks, Sarah.
Okay, so we should be in good shape for the going back to in-person meetings if we're all squared away.
Don't mind me.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
Next December, right?
There's some negatives to being young, huh?
Yeah. Although,
I'm not gonna get it.
you'll
Maybe,
still have
I
to,
can't think of any.
You'll have to wear masks
Have to
on
do-
if we.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'll still have to wear masks,
Yeah.
even though
Right.
even though you whippersnappers are all vaccinated, you'll still have to wear a mask.
But we can be carriers.
Right.
Yeah. I'm hoping they can do some research on that. I'm sure they are to figure out if that, what are you all walking healthy disease vectors, or not. So that'd be nice to know. So,
All right, well, let's call the meeting to order. This is a special meeting of the Prospect City Council called by the council itself, by majority, for the sole purpose of considering an ordinance that would change the zoning of single-family C1 commercial on property located at 8909 US Highway 42. And we had a first reading 2 days ago. So the question of the moment is, do any of you want to move the adoption of that ordinance?
Yes, I do.
Ordinance 604, 2021.
Yes, John, if I could be recognized, I'd like to move for a second reading and adoption of ordinance 604-2021.
If there's a second, we can then discuss. Is there a second?
second.
Okay, it was a couple of seconds. Any discussion?
Yes, I'd like to mention one thing just for the purpose of communicating to the rest of the council and actually everyone who might be listening to this. It doesn't have a direct bearing on this zoning question, but it's just good information to know. So immediately after the regular meeting a couple of days ago, the mayor called me and asked if I could come into the office. I was going to come in anyway because we had a meeting on another project that we're working on. So Don Gibson and Sarah and I happened to be there, and John pulled us all together and very quickly said, let's talk about what we can do with the rear access to the property here in question. And so I want to thank John for his leadership and quick acting on that. So within those 2 hours, I would say Sarah did a terrific job in making a lot of phone calls, but we really made great strides in talking to the property owners. And so we don't have anything for sure, but so far so good, with the possibility of extending Delhaven over to Timber Ridge. So Nothing concrete yet, but it was a good meeting, and I want to thank John for his leadership.
Greg, I'd ask as you all progress on that, if you'd keep me posted, if there are any legal issues, I'd be glad to work with you on it.
Sure.
Absolutely. Any other discussion? I'll vote, and I'll do it in the order I see your faces on my screen. Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Farnsley,
Yes.
Mr. Fulcher,
Yes.
Mr. Hulsman,
Yes.
Mrs. Leonard,
Yes.
and last but not least, Mrs. Odell.
Yes, and congratulations, Gustavo.
All right, the vote is unanimous in favor, and ordinance 604-2021 has been enacted. The call for the meeting said this was the sole issue before us, and we've now disposed of it, so it's time for adjournment.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Doesn't mean we can't talk, but we're on the air, so be careful.
Thanks, everybody.